part 2 of this video. Hello. So we're back. We're doing part 2 of this video. Yeah, I forgot to... Remember how there's a bunch of stuff at the edge of the thing? I'm sorry, Yeah, we forgot to... I forgot about... So... In the first episode, I showed you logic gates. The and both inputs only triggers if both inputs are on. Only the or, only one input needed. Anything greater will work as well. XOR, only one input is on for it to output on, and NOT gate, which inverts the which makes the output the opposite of the inputs. We also looked at the motor bolt. Why it was acting... Why that was acting weird. It was because for some reason it was because for some reason there were two parts of it that were just glued together. One was under the map. One was in a glitch state of being under and above the map. So it did something weird. I didn't actually show you what the timer does. So I took a look at the timer. The counter does, we know what the counter does. The selector. It selects a random thing. It selects a thing, something. The toggle shows an X when it's off and a yes when it's on. And we have no idea what the we know what the anything you placed on this will be copied onto other things. That's what a broadcast microchip does. Let's say we put a mover, which we already looked at. Wait, now is that put on the microchip? What? I don't get it. I mean, we also had to look at the sequencer. We have no idea what any of this is. And we already do know what the controlinator does. It has a control thing. Yeah, what is... You might be wondering what this is. It's just a tilt. These are just the left and right sticks. And the controlinator has an entire controller above it. We know what the We know what this in and out mover does. We know what the in and out mover does. It just moves things inwards and outwards. See it. There are 16 layers, by the way. As a maximum speed, allow pushing. What does that do? Maximum weight that can be pushed, infinity. If no weights can be pushed, then it just reads as infinity for some reason. Be able to push any. The follower may make something follow. Oh wait, yeah, we already found out what the mover does. It just moves things. The fourth chip, we know what it does. It's anti-gravity. This anti-gravity tweaker. It makes it so that there's no gravity. Ah! Let's make the range 0. Perfect. The anti-gravity thing is doing nothing. This makes the thing opaque. Material tweaker. I don't know what that is. With the material tweaker, it lets you alter the behavior. Physics tweaker. It changes physical properties.
I'm giving you points for your thing.
Oh, wait. Never mind. The global anti-gravity tweaker.
What else did you? Which one of these did you do today? Right?
Just one second.
What's up, buddy?
Oh, no. Oh.
Dude, he loves Dookie. He's so cute.
The global lighting. We don't know what any of these do. And what is the emitter? We know what this bubble machine does. It makes bubbles. Right off the bat, you know what this note does. Also. So what? So what should we learn about the in and out mover? Just moved it. Ah, great. The following. Let's set the range to 0. You know what? Maximum range. What? What? I said the maximum speed is 0. Acceleration. Yeah, let's set that to 0%. How do we make sure it doesn't move? Just set the detection rate to Why is there an option to set the detection range to infinity? 0. Let's set the angle to 0, just to make sure. I'm just setting everything to 0. 0 times 0 times 0. How is it still managed to... Ah, the mover. It's moving. Let's set the speed to 0. The randomizer randomly inputs an output. So let's learn something. So we learned about tag sensors. What about the impact sensor? It just looks for an impact from a character. It just looks for an impact from a character, and if it does, something will happen. You can link it up to something and then something will happen. A water sensor senses water. What is a remote tag sensor? Senses when a tag is active. Even if that tag is remote. How do you make it remote? I think the tag sensor does it. Why 21.4? If we have the minimum detection range to set to infinity, then then nothing will ever get detected. Closeness, signal strength. What showed ready? It's called radar, not ratty. Radii, something. Now I already know what that does. Speed sensor. It senses the speed and why can't you have the I mean you can have multiple of them. Speed sensor. Local space means that it's everywhere, not just on that one thing. The water sensor senses water and it does so. The angle sensor senses angles. Senses if something is at an angle from it, and if yes, then it does something. Rotation sensor senses a certain rotation, senses rotation speed. What about this interactive stream sensor? What about this interactive stream sensor? This one is really confusing. The interactive live stream sensor. What does that do? I'm streaming. No, I think now it's saved. Yeah, it saved them. What is a tutorial thing?
Hello again, you little woolly cake. I have some more practical instructions in the way of the
Sensors.
Unless you'd rather bake. No? Okay, let's kick off with tags.
I mean, I already see the tags.
Tags can be set to have labels, which can then be identified by tag sensors. Go to your tools bag and select a tag with the action button. To move the tag around, use the left stick and place it down with the action button. Now that's a tagged object if I saw one.
What kind of joke is that? Oh, we got it out. Where do you place it? Oh. Oh, you grab this and put it in the range. Hey, new decoration. Oh, there's even more. What about that last one? Oh, it lets the thing come down if you give it time. Okay. What about this? Oh, it opens the door.
Next, it's player sensors. You can trigger these by just being in the radius of one.
Did you know that it's impossible to just... Oh! Get over quick! I'll be editing this out. I'll probably have this edited out in my video.
Tag sensors are incredibly tweakable. Place your puppet cursor over the tag sensor and press the menu button to enter its tweak menu. Now, look to change the radius of the trigger area.
Oh, you set the detection range. So you need to make this off. If you set the detection range to infinity, then it will be able to detect anything. Hopefully it doesn't interfere with other levels. You know? If we set the detection rate. Yeah, got it.
Looks like this player sensor is going to need a tweaking too. Any ideas?
Got an idea? Let's set the detection range, like, let's temporarily set the tweaking range to infinity. Set the range to infinity. And it closes the door behind.
Hey, when it comes to tags and sensors, you are the top tier of the cake. Did you know you can tweak tags too? Your keen eye will have no doubt noticed that tags come in a variety of colours. Oh, before placing a tag, use the menu button to access its tweak menu. Tweak the tag to any colour you want. And there you have it. Everything you ever wanted to know about tags and sensors. I'll catch up with you later, as I can smell burning, so that means my cakes are done to perfection. Oh, cheery bye!
Wait, what am I supposed to do? Oh, that's all I need to do with that, and... You can't just make one... You can just place a regular tag. You can just replace... And set it to green. And set the rate. Turn up the... Come on. I have to do it right in this way. I have to do... I can't even tweak them. Just put that over there. Oh, a bunch of player sensors. I think I'm just supposed to... And then run as fast as we can. Well, am I able to set the detection range down? No.
Oh, what a lovely lift. This'll put your tag skills to the test. Race you to the top. Last one up there's an evil savoury snack.
Oh wait, why is it just stop it and not just raise you down?
Well done, my lovely brainy cake.
Oh, bunch of people have 4 million scores, which would do Arctic 2. And the smiley face. Oh, that's the smiley face that they use. 50%. It's because of those last 3. I think you're supposed to tag and sensors. You know what they make? Tag sensors. Sorry. Putting gameplay logic on a sequence to make sure it's all timed exactly right. The physics police. Really, you'll tell the physics police? Ah! Blah 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 blah. Okay, enough.
Buttons and switches are nice, simple, easily recognizable ways for players to interact with things in your levels. Each of them has an output that can be wired to any logic you like. Find them on the gameplay page of your tools bag and place one of each in the world using the action button. A button only produces a signal when something is weighing it down. Wire it up to something and then observe how it turns on and off as you jump up and down on the button. Simple. The two-way switch has no signal when it's pointed one way and a constant signal when it's pointed the other way. Wire it up to something and turn it on by grabbing it and pulling it to the right. Now it will keep sending its signal non-stop until you pull it to the left again. The three-way switch sends a negative signal when it's pointed one way and a positive signal when it's pointed the other way. Wire it up to a forwards-backwards motor bolt and pull it back and forth. See how it spins one way, then the other? Finally, each of these outputs can be reversed from their tweak menus. Just open up the tweak menu with the menu button and activate the invert output tweak. Now, on is off is on, and positive is negative.
gravity
The
with you.
Springinator is a power-up that can be worn by our four-legged chum, Oddsock. It's on the Creatures and Characters page of your tools bag, so grab one and place it into the world with the left stick and the action button. Simply run over the Springinator pedestal as Oddsock, and behold, you now
What if you
have
run
a
over it
stylish,
as a different
bouncy
character?
behind. With the Springinator equipped, Oddsock can perform acrobatic spring bounces. Simply hold down the grab button whilst in the air, and you'll bounce off any surface you land on as you fall.
Boing.
Remember, you can only spring bounce off flat surfaces. No walls or
Boing.
steep surfaces are allowed. Wall jumping is still possible whilst wearing a Springinator, so mix it up to reach even greater heights. When you're done bouncing all over the place, you can remove the Springinator with the cancel button. You can also use the power-up remover to strip away the power-up from those who just don't know when to stop. You can also make adjustments to your Springinator by opening up its tweak menu using the pop-it cursor and the menu button. Here, you can change the pedestal to be either dynamic or static by tweaking the physics properties. Use the Can Be Drop tweak to allow or prevent players removing the power-up once they've equipped it. Tweak the bounce strength to change the height of a spring bounce. The higher the number, the higher you soar. Lastly, you can tweak the impact strength to change how much force the spring bounce sends into the surface below it. Your bounces can be as light as a feather, or as heavy as a sack full of really heavy things.
Oh! Well. The blaster handle.
The Sack Pocket Items page is where you can find all the power-ups available to your Adventure Sack Pocket. You can find the page in your global stuff. Notice that all the official power-ups are already there for The Springinator sensor allows you to detect when a Springinator-equipped Oddsock bounces on any object. Grab one from the Creatures and Characters page of your tools bag and place it into the world with the left stick and the action button.
Button. In case you didn't
See
hear
how
it say
activates
out.
when the Springinator impacts the box? This is the basic behavior, but of course, we can tweak it. Use the pop-it cursor and the menu button to open its tweak menu. If you have an object with lots of pieces all glued together, you might want to set Include Rigid Connections to yes. This will ensure the Springinator sensor detects impacts on all of its parts, rather than just the bit you placed it on. You can also invert the output, so it only produces a signal when it's not getting bounced on. Finally, If you want to fine-tune which part of the surface you want the sensor to detect from, modify the angle range. Only spring bounces that strike within the range will count. The Kill Tweaker is a means of killing characters via logic. If you're a violent sort, you should learn all about it.
Know exactly what it does, you know?
When you want to change your players from one character to another, you can do so by using the character. The Magic Mouth is the way to give your characters something to say. You can find it on the Creatures and Characters page of your tools bag, so grab one now and place it in the world with the action button. A Magic Mouth isn't going to do much without text, so enter its tweak menu with the menu button and add some speech using the speech tweak. Next, it's time to decide how the speech appears in the world once it's triggered. Use the display tweak to decide between a speech bubble, a subtitle, or nothing at all if you'd rather your line were heard and not seen. If you're using a bubble, you can change its appearance and position with the bubble style and position on screen tweaks. Use the voice type tweak to determine how the dialogue sounds. You can choose from an array of gibberish or record your own speech. If your Magic Mouth is triggered by player proximity instead of logic, set up the size and shape of the trigger radius and layer detection range tweaks. Use the input action tweak to determine how the Magic Mouth behaves once it's triggered. In the behavior category, you can change whether your speech closes automatically and whether a player can skip the speech altogether using the back button. The movie
I have no
camera tweak
followers.
lets you frame a nice camera shot for the duration of your dialogue. If your Magic Mouth needs to be associated with a Sackbot, you can assign that Sackbot's actor name. You can also display the actor name on speech bubbles.
Thanks for
Finally,
both.
it's worth knowing that
Thanks
every
to
Magic
both
Mouth has
of
an
you.
output that produces a signal once it's done delivering its line. You can use this to trigger anything, or string speeches together.
Oh, anyone know what this sign thing? Yeah, I have a little, thing showing what the Super Mario Maker on-off blocks would be like in Little Big Planet. Little Big Planet 3, anyway. My example, for some reason, it all the wiring's up here. It's just a NOT gate, and then yeah, this is an explosion of these hydrogen things. These hydrogen balls, which have H on them. They have H plus, actually. Which means hydrogen ions. Yes, you don't know anything about... Yes, what did I just say? Dive into the ball of H plus liter. you can see that since the way that it's like it's like it bounces away from. The water is bouncing. I need to get rid of all these hydrogen ions. I'll keep the ones at the edge. I forgot how to capture. I capture like this. Sorry, I forgot. It's been a while since I've played the game. And get rid of all these ones. I'll leave some of them. I expected it to bounce another one off, like a Newton's cradle, or like Newton's cradle, or something. That just destroys the entire thing. Just have multiple of these in a hexagonal form. Here we go. If we just have multiple of these in general, have a little bit more of that. Oh! Some of the hydrogens just came up. If hydrogen is a buoyant substance, so if we have enough, let's just get the up text. O for oxygen. H for hydrogen. That's the same as this. This except for the plus. Water. It's a water model. It's a water molecule. It's not perfectly flipped, but more of these. No, when we had 30. Wait. I was like, let's see how buoyant it is. Let's follow it. Up, oh. They just I ended up having to use and guess what I had to end up using? What do you think? Nope. The only thing is, well, it's what do you think? Only thing is, it can teleport. Sackboy can be teleported. Sackboy can literally only thing is the teleport is active while you're turning it off. Originally, I just I thought it would start accelerating. Ah! What happens if we do nothing? Ah! Sorry. Is it just gonna launch Sackboy to the ceiling? How strong is he? But can't lift it. What? It just lagged out for no reason. It's like the intro to a video. Yeah, I did. Let's give you to end off the video. Oh, this direction splitter gives makes a positive and negative. Yeah, what about this wave generator? Emits a sine wave signal. What's a sine wave?
A wave generator produces a signal in a wave back and forth between its minimum signal value to its maximum signal value. It's pretty simple to understand once you see it in action, so grab one from the gadgets page in your tools bag and slap it down. If you don't already know, now is a good time to learn about signal waveforms and how to observe them. Move your poppet cursor over the wave generator's output using the left stick, then press the R2 button. Now you can see the wave generator's signal output in action, from -100 to 100, and back again, over and over, nice and smooth. This output can be connected to anything from movers to timers to lights. Of course, you can tweak the wave generator like anything else. Open the tweak menu using the menu button. With the period tweak, you can lengthen or shorten the time it takes for the signal to go from one end to the other. The sync tweak changes the timing of the wave generator relative to the timing in the rest of your level. You can use the delay tweak to make the signal pause for a while at each end. Change the wave generator's input action to determine how it reacts to other inputs. This could be as simple as turning the wave generator on and off, or as complicated as feeding the wave generator specific position values. In the output category, you can change the wave generator's maximum and minimum signal values. The signal can start and end wherever you like. You can also invert the output. Just keep an eye on the signal waveform, and you'll have it set up just right in no time.
Let's click R1, R2. What button do you press? Number R1, L1.
Thumbs up.
Wait, I forgot what button.
A wave generator produces a signal in a wave back and forth between its minimum signal value to its maximum signal value. It's pretty simple to understand once you see it in action, so grab one from the gadgets page in your tools bag and slap it down. If you don't already know, now is a good time to learn about signal waveforms and how to observe them. Move your poppet cursor over the wave generator's output using the left stick, then press the R2 button. Now you can see the wave generator's signal output in action, from -100 to 100.
If we set it to 0 seconds, then we'll just... You can see each individual number as it slowly but surely diminishes. Let's set the... If we set it to 5 seconds. You can also see it just moving around. See?
Let's start it down.
Look, it's performing triangles. Look. See? It's literally alternating between 100 and minus 50 here. It's just it's just acting weird, really weird.
Okay.
Just making no sense.
Jacob, give me the controller.
Look, you can see the sine wave again.
I gotta set it off.
I don't know. Let's set it to something like 6.3. 3.1. 2, 3, 2, 3, and and 3, and then the extra bit. Oh, 2, 3, 1. So I'll pause every 5 seconds here. Wait. So if we set it to 0.1 pause, we get a slightly stretched out wave. See? But it's still very noticeable. Why do you...
Alright, time's up.
No. No. You know what, I'm done. You know what, bye.